Hi guys, so I thought that I would take a minute and show you a quick card that I made. I know we're all getting ready for Valentine's Day, and I sort of sat down hanging out with friends yesterday in the crafting room, and we just decided, to play around with stuff, and this is what I came up with. So I'll show you what I made and what I used to make it. So this is the card. Well, technically this is the envelope, as you all know. And the paper on here I'll talk about in a minute. Real quick, the punch that I used to do this edging was this punch, which is a Martha Stewart border punch, and it's the Rings punch, I believe. And it was considered a Christmas punch. I don't think it's terribly Christmassy. I think you could use it to edge anything. So, and it has the nice fold-up edges, which I do like about her punches. They're easier to store. And also the corner punch that goes with that. The one problem I have with the corner punches, they're great to do around the page and everything, but if you looked real closely, and I'll go ahead and show you my mistakes here. Well, it's kind of hard to see. But if I were ever able to get it into focus, right there you can see that it's messed up a little bit. There's a little bit of a double punch, and it's kind of funny looking. But, when you're looking at the whole thing, you don't see that. It's because, this is a certain length, and even though you try to match it up with the corners, sometimes it's a little difficult. So that's my probably 20 cents about that. The flap of the envelope I did with the same paper, and I put this piece, it doesn't go all the way in, it just goes about to there on the envelope, which you'll see matches the card. So that's the envelope. And this is the card that I made. That's the back of the card that I made. Alright, here we go. So, you can see there's a little mouse. Happy Valentine's Day. Some ribbon, and it just opens up, and there's a message. So I'll show you everything I used to make this. The papers that I used are part of this Kane Company, the Kazoo paper pad that I think people have been talking about. And I got it, I wasn't sure about it, but after making this one card, I've decided that it has a lot of potential, so I'm pretty excited about that. The other thing that came from that same line, which usually I don't feel the need to buy all the stuff that goes with it. Obviously the one exception was the Mariposa line, which, I bought the chipboard and the papers and the plain papers and all of that. But I actually had picked up these chipboard pieces first. I showed them in a haul video that I did. And I thought they were just so stinking cute. I couldn't stand it. This monkey's just wicked cute. I love him. So I ended up getting paper afterwards, and I'm glad I did because it was easy to make just the card and take one of the little cutouts, this little speech bubble with the heart in it, and this little Happy Valentine's Day chipboard piece. All came from that chip box, so that was pretty cool. Let's see what else I used with it. I used my ATG gun, of course, to attach a lot of the things. And I'm going to put the card right here so I can reference it for you. The trim that's on here is part of the Webster's Pages trim set that I showed you guys a while ago that I got, which it's just so cute. And it did match the little bit of aqua that's in some of the hearts, and behind the mouse there's some more. So that was nice. I have a tray here with everything I used in this project so I can show it to you. I used my corner chomper, which I totally am in love with, to round the corners. And then I edged all of the corners using my Vintage Photo Distress ink. I used my Tombow Monomelte glue for a few things. And actually, let's see, I forgot to pull something out. Yes. This embroidery floss, it's just a creamy, tan basic color. That is what I used to make the Mousie's tail. And what I did was I took the embroidery floss. I used my purple slick writer just because I had it nearby. These are awesome if you've never used them. You can write on stickers and other, glossy materials, I guess is the word I'm looking for. They're really great. So I had that nearby, and I colored in the embroidery floss. I put a little knot on the end. I used just regular old Scotch tape to tape it to the back of the mouse chipboard piece, and then after I attached the mouse and the speech bubble with my pop dots. After I did that, I used just a little tiny teeny tiny squirt of the Tombow Mono Multi, which is nice because they have the small end here, which I may be able to show you. Oh, look. It's really tiny, so you can put just a little bit when you want to. The other end is wider if you do want more, but I find it to be a pretty good glue, so I don't worry too much. And so I use that to tack the tail down so it would stay into place. In place. Really, I do teach English, I promise. Like I said, this was a chipboard piece, and I also edged this strip right here, which this paper and the paper you saw in the envelope, that pink with the dots, is the back side of this paper. So of course it's what you see on the inside. My little message on the inside I wrote with my purple Sharpie. And on this strip that I had cut out here, I used my old lace glimmer mist, which is really pretty and nice and kind of see-through. It doesn't really change the color much, to make that part glimmery. Glimmery, shimmery, whatever. So that's my card. You know, nothing amazing, but a card you can make with not too many supplies. As you could see, you know, you could leave off the ribbon if you didn't have any that matched, or you could just put the chipboard pieces right on the paper. So I think it's really cute, and I'm definitely going to make more from this set, so maybe I'll film making the next one if I can figure that out a little bit better. And so, yeah, thanks for watching, and can't wait to see what you guys are up to. Bye!